government shutdown is getting closer to the end. Democrats and Republicans came to a decision last night, but the deal hasn't reached the finish line just yet. Our Bralise Pimentel talked to political strategists here in South Carolina to look at the impact. Bralise.
Political strategists tell me this vote moves the ball forward, but it's not a solution yet. The 40-day shutdown began because Congress couldn't come to an agreement on the Affordable Care Act. But Democrats have now decided to put that to the side to reopen. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands of families, veterans, and federal workers have all been impacted in the last month.
What we're seeing up here in Washington right now is the fact that we have a continuation now of SNAP benefits. That's extremely important when you start taking a look at families and children that need assistance.
Republican strategist Dave Wilson talking about a move by Republicans and Democrats late Sunday night to end the government shutdown, a move that would help nearly 300,000 families on SNAP benefits in South Carolina. Democrats agreed to reopen if the Senate passes 3 annual spending bills and extend government funding until late January. The deal would also protect and reinstate federal workers that were laid off and guarantee they would all be paid when the shutdown is over. However, a guaranteed extension of health care subsidies was not part of the deal.
Some of those Democrats decided to go over with the Republicans on this because they said, listen, we've got a 50-50 chance now of at least having a discussion about what we're going to do about health care costs. But without that, they were still going to be in gridlock and the debates would have continued on.
Wilson says Democrats are using the political process in the House and Senate to bring the Affordable Care Act to the forefront because they don't have the majority right now.
Regardless of whether the government opens or not, the reality is that a family paying, a person, an individual paying $8,000 for health care without those ACA subsidies that expire at the end of the year will end up paying $24,000 to $32,000 a year.
Democratic strategist Antoine Seawright also weighing in. He says putting the Affordable Care Act to the side is a step closer to opening the government, but the problems won't go away. USC professor Dr. Nikki Wooten says veterans and military workers are also feeling the impact.
As of the end of fiscal year 2024, there were approximately 713,000 veterans who work for the federal government. They may have lost their positions or been furloughed even before the government shutdown, and the government shutdown just intensifies the uncertainty regarding their ability to feed and care for and provide financially for their families.
You have 25,000 active duty soldiers who depend on those subsidies, 1.2 million veterans as we find ourselves en route to Veterans Day tomorrow. So there are lots of discussions that have to be had about the economic bill of health of everyday Americans when we get through the shutdown. Hopefully that will be done in a bipartisan way.
Sunday's agreement was a procedural vote. To get the government back open, this process will have to go through the House and Senate and then signed by the president. In studio, Bralise Pimentel, WACH Fox News.